All right, we are on MSC World America, and I am going to take you guys through the ship tour. We are actually down on deck number 4, the lowest deck available to passengers. Now, there's only really two things actually on this deck. The first thing, which we will not be going to, let's hope, is the medical center. So, knock on wood, we will not be going there. But if you are going to be getting off the ship today, which we are in the port of Cozumel, you would come down to deck number 4 and you would get out here. But we're not going to do that because we are going to take you guys on a full ship tour, and we're going to go up to deck number 5. Okay, really the only thing to note on this deck, and if you were down here when we were at sea, then you are going to the medical center. So the medical center would be on deck number 4, and now we're going to go up one deck to deck number 5. So follow me, let's go. Beautiful. We're going to try to walk this as much as we possibly can. And depending on what music is playing around the ship, I might have to do some voiceovers. But we are now, if you see, up on deck number 5. And yes, we do have those smart elevators, which I guess, got accustomed to, and maybe we will ride one of these in the ship tour. But let's note what is up on deck number 5, which is the Cozumel deck. Okay, so on the Cozumel deck, there is really only one thing, and important to us because that is our restaurant, the La Fogaglia restaurant, aka the Dungeon. Okay, this is the La Fogaglia restaurant on deck number 5 here on World America. All right, I won't go on in, or maybe I'll just pop in real quick and show you guys. But this is the La Fogaglia restaurant. And I'll show you if I can where our table was, or is actually. So our table is somewhat over here, but you kind of come in and you know where you're sitting already. Everybody has assigned tables, so you kind of come on in and you kind of just walk yourself to your table. But this is the La Fogaglia restaurant, okay, on deck number 5, and there are 3 or 4 different actual dining rooms here, and we will see those as we go up. So this is the La Fogaglia restaurant on deck number 5. All right, so on deck number 6, the Nassau deck, I'll show you guys that we are actually right here, all right? And to note on deck number 6, which I will take you to, is the Hexagon restaurant, the Esagano restaurant, the Bubbles restaurant, World Galleria, the World Reception, which is the guest services, the Dolce Vita bar, shops like Jean Philippe Chocolate and Cafe, the MSC Luna Park, Pizza and Burgers, the Luna Park Arena, MSC Future Cruises, MSC Excursion Desk, and the MSC Business Center. So we are going to go this way here, and I will show you those other restaurants that I was talking about. Always really nice to do these ship tours when not a lot of people are on the ship. Again, 6,700 guests, and it does not feel like that. So if we are coming down towards the back of the ship here, we have the Esagano restaurant, which was not our restaurant, but we did have to make some reservations and some things here with Reservation Man. Reservation Man is not here right now, but this is the Esagano restaurant. Let's see, I might be able to pop in here. Oh, I cannot pop in here, I'm sorry. But that is the Esagano restaurant. All right, and right across, I do not want to miss that. Let's go on back real quick. Right across from the Esagano restaurant is the Hexagon restaurant. Okay, almost kind of like a mirror image. Obviously, if that side wasn't open, this side won't be open, but you guys can see through the glass. And they are setting up here. Oh, thank you, thank you. All right, somebody going on in there to work. So let's get out of there. And I actually myself have not been down the back end of this ship here on deck number 6, But I am going to take you for the first time as I go for the first time, and we will see what is back here. Now it looks like as we are coming down to the back end of deck number 6, we have the Bubbles Restaurant. Le Bubbles. Not Le, but Bubbles Restaurant. Okay, the Bubbles Restaurant on deck number 6 on the World America. And wow, alrighty, this is the Bubbles Restaurant. So I believe there are 4 different dining rooms, not venues, excuse me, dining rooms for the main dining room, and I believe that this is one of the 4. I just showed you Hexagon, I showed you Esagano, I showed you mine, which was on deck number 5, and then there is the Bubbles Restaurant here. All right, so let's go right on back midship and we will take you to the front of the elevator. All right, and boom, just like that, we are back where we were when we started on deck number 6, and we're gonna go the other way. So let's continue this way. On deck number 6, now towards the front of the ship, well, walking towards the front of the ship, excuse me. Over to your right here is going to be your guest services area and your guest services lines. Also that MSC excursions that I was talking about. You'll also have the, like I just alluded to, the reception and the guest services. All right, that is over to the right side there. And there's a wonderful thing here. There are no lines. Unlike Carnival, there are no lines. So they're ready to help you. And on the other side here, which this end up might being a double over, depending on how this music hits me, but we have the Dulce Vita bar on deck number 6. This is where some of the live music is played, but there is also a lot of different games and trivias that go on in here for different various times of the cruise. There is also a bar back here with coffee too as well. There are multiple places to get coffee on the ship. And as you can see here, they are getting set and ready to play some sort of game. I don't know exactly what it is, but since this is probably copyrighted music, we are just gonna run from this area. And again, I might do a dub over, so. Got the little DJ booth making it all happen over there. I love it. All right. Let's continue. All right. And still on deck number 6. I'm gonna walk all the way and show you everything that we possibly can. And I'm trying my best for this to make sense. I've watched a lot of these ship tours and they are wonderful, but you know, this ship is so big, so I'm really gonna try to do my best to, you know, kind of highlight everything as you guys, if you guys are coming on the World America, you know, so you guys know where stuff is kind of in the general vicinity. Again, you're gonna have to do your own exploring, but right outside this Jean Philippe, which I will show you, is the boutique shop. Okay, and then you go on here, and oh my lord, they gave me a sample the other day, and I think if you saw that in the vlog, you know MSC already has my heart. It's a Jean Philippe Chocolat Cafe. And if you are a chocolate lover, oh my lord, you are gonna wanna come here. Let me tell you, oh my lord, look at that. That kind of reminds me of when we were in Nassau and Richard and I had those, whatever they were, but they look like that. But I bet that is better, so. Is that viral Dubai chocolate? It looks like it, I don't know. And we got some fresh macarons. Nice little sitting areas over here with some portholes. Again, we are in Cozumel, if you can see, we are in Cozumel. But on the other side, this is also really cool. All right, we can see some of the chocolate makers doing their wonderful chocolate making. Wow, look at that drip of chocolate. Who would like literally just stick their mouth under that and like, ah. All right, boom, bang, boom. All right, here is the really cool part. Well, in my opinion anyway. The gelato and sorbet from Jean Philippe. If you guys come on here and you are a gelato lover, let me tell you, this is not like your regular gelato that you might get at your house. No, this is like real gelato. Real gelato. Whatever flavor. I mean, they have 1, 2, 3. They have 8 flavors here. And oh my Lord. I know we got a little taste of it in the specialty dining the other day when we were in Italy. So they gave us a little sampler of the gelato, and that's where it comes from, Jean Philippe. So, all right. And out of the sweets area, we have those who are looking for your very next MSC cruise, your future cruises. Oh, we already have some people booking some future cruises. I love that. Love that. All right, and let's go into a place called Luna Park. And if you guys watched the vlog a couple days ago, you know that I freaked out in here doing the VR, virtual reality. We do a lot of the, oh, look at this. I'll show you guys. I'm doing virtual reality right here. Yeah, there, that 20-minute vlog, I'm sure that was entertaining to you. I was in a pool of sweat. I think my anxiety was out the roof, and I don't even know if I'm ready for virtual reality whenever it actually, well, when it kind of sort of takes over in a way. But yeah, this is where Luna Park, they also do Miami Nights in here. They do arts and crafts in here. They do VR in here. They do game shows in here. This is also where they had the Minute to Win It, where you guys saw me go crazy on the stage and try to catch balls in the bucket on top of my head. So that's where this was here. They do have, obviously, this arena up, so you can kind of view and see all of the people doing the VR. Once I get down to deck number 5, we'll actually go down there and hopefully maybe get a little up close and personal. But this is kind of that that viewing area for Luna Park. And outside of Luna Park, if you just wrap around a little bit, pretty popular for the kiddos, or I guess adults with that are little kids at heart. There is a games and arcade right outside of Luna Park on deck number 6. There are multiple different games in here that you can play. All you have to do is tap your wristband or tap your card, and they will let you play. Oh, look at that bobblehead baseball. That's pretty cool. All right, so pretty cool arcade here. It's pretty popular at night. All right. And right outside of Luna Park on deck number 6, we have pizza and burgers. One of my favorite places to grab something quick to eat. They are actually not open right now, but you have seen the vlogs in the last couple days, and this place was absolutely hopping. It is the hub for quick pizza, quick burgers, and a quick bite to eat. And it does get very, 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 very busy in here. But always a place to sit no matter how busy it is. You have a lot of seating area in here. They even have some pinball machines, which is super cool. And I believe they're starting to put out some food. I am not so hungry yet, but pizza and burgers. It's really cool. It's kind of just like a grab and go. Again, they're not open yet, but it's kind of a grab and go, and they'll have all signs here and it will be all set up. And they'll also have things here like pizzas, burgers, chicken tenders, and you just come up and you grab and you go. This is also where the wings and the French fries are. And usually some mac and cheese. And then you got your nacho station. There's always usually some nachos and cheese or salsa in there. So this is definitely a very popular place to come for a quick bite to eat. And of course we got some more arcade games kind of outside pizza and burgers, but again right on the other side of the arcade here, so it is fitting. All right. And then we also have one of those kiosks too, in case you guys needed to add money to your account, fix a bad credit card, fix a payment. you can use this machine right here. In fact, I did it the first day we were on, and I haven't had to do it again since. So they also have the self-serve excursion computers. So I guess you just touch and you can book some excursions through here, or you can also go to the excursions desk, which I also showed you, which is back down that way on 6. Okay, now I sort of kind of need everybody to be a little bit quiet about this. All right, you might have seen this all over the internet. All right, this telephone booth. And you say, well, what is a telephone booth doing on deck number 6? Okay, super, super important. Now, there are certain times of the day when you can come in here and you can pick up this little phone like that, and you can dial a certain number. Not any of these numbers, you got to get a certain number, and then this door, which is a door, it opens, and somebody asked you for a specific code. Now, I don't know what the code is, and even if I did, I can't tell you, but this might be one of those MSC secrets. Just saying, it might be an MSC secret. And I might have been there twice, making 2 special calls, possibly. Okay, so let's see here, back on deck number 6. I think we are now all the way in the front. Woo! And we are here, deck number 6. And yes, we are all the way in the front. So there's nothing else really here on deck number 6. So let's use a little, cinematography, and let's get to deck number 7. See you there. All right, deck number 7, the Santos deck. Okay, and we are in the front of the ship, and we are going to walk you all the way back. Oh, let me tell you what's on this floor here. We got Time Valet, we have MSC Signature Casino, we have the Panorama Lounge, we have the MSC Foundation, the Hub, which is the photo and digital shop, the MSC Logo Shop, Kyoto Sushi Bar and Teppanyaki, Butcher's Cut, Ola Tacos and Cantinas, Masters of the Sea, which is their brewery, Gentleman's Barber, and the World Theater. So let's go and see what we can find. Oh, since we are in the very front of the ship, it is World Theater. All right, this is the theater in the front of the ship. There are 2 theaters, and you will see that. Let's see if we can go in here. They might be rehearsing, but I will show you. Okay, we'll definitely be respectful. Definitely be respectful. Right. But this is the main theater, one of the main theaters. Oh, nobody's in here, that's good. Okay, one of the main theaters here. We actually saw a magic show here the other day. There are tons of seats here, but you do have to reserve your spot or take a chance for a walk-in, which doesn't always happen, but World Theater all the way in the front on deck number 7. All right, so let's go on out now. Outside of the World Theater, let's see what else we can find. Coming down the World Galleria. We have another one of those kiosks too if you need to use it. We will walk down the left side here first. As the promenade, you see I can actually, the Galleria, excuse me, you can actually go that way or you can go this way. I will take you this way first. This is the Gentleman's Barber. I know one of the people in our parties were curious about a haircut, and I do know that it is kind of an outrageous price, even at sea, but if you need a haircut and you are a gentleman, well, I guess you can go to Gentleman's Barber. All right, also coming up here on the left is Masters at Sea, which is MSC's brewery, excuse me. All right, and once we go in here, I will show you. They actually have their own MSC brewed beer, which is called the Oceanic. Oceanic, you can see it there too. You really can't see it unless I come up close. The Oceanic, okay, craft brewery, and that is their specialty beer. You can see they have many different beers on tap: Heineken, Affigan, Strongbow, Lagunitas, Blue Moon. They're Oceanic, 3 of them: the American Pilsner, the IPA, and the American Pale Ale. They also have Miller Lite, La Tropical, which I really enjoy, Dos Equis, and Stella. All right, and nice little sitting areas here for you to enjoy some beer. There's also some live music in here later at night. So this is definitely one of my hangout spots once the sun goes down. Masters at Sea. Right outside of Masters at Sea, we will pull up to my favorite, I guess one of my favorite spots on the ship. I have been here. I actually have a rule. I have a rule that I must visit this place and my friend Myron, my good friend Myron, here once a day, because he makes me the best margaritas and the best Espolones, double Espolones and soda. I know that's not really hard, but Myron, this is a shout out to you. So this is Ola Tacos and Cantina. They are closed right now for about 3 hours until they serve dinner. Usually one of these spots are my go-to spots. They have some shirts here for sale too, which is really cool. I think they're about $21 a piece. Many seating areas for Ola Tacos and Cantina, excuse me. And they will sit you here. Otherwise, you can just sit yourself at the bar. Right, Ola Tacos and Cantina. And they also do have a little grab and go too if you just want a drink or if you want a taco or two. There is a little walk-up window where you can get that if you would like. All right outside of Ola Tacos and Cantina. Right now they are closed, but it is the MSC logo shop. The MSC logo shop. And you can see everybody is after that ship model. It is not that ship model. They have smaller ones, but they are completely sold out. I was told that is the hottest commodity on this ship. In this gift shop here, there are a lot of cool things too as well. Definitely some things I'll be bringing to give away on Thirsty Thursday and Match Game and things like that. So look forward to that, but that is the MSC gift shop. This is something that is also pretty cool too as well. Kind of taking a picture of your eyeball, I guess you can say. That's exactly what it is. But it's a iris gallery, okay? So you kind of put your eye in there, they take a picture. It is very expensive if you actually want the finished product, but it is definitely something really cool. I will show you what people are kind of doing with it. They're, I guess, decorating their homes and putting it in different places. I mean, it does definitely look cool. I don't know if I could tell that is my eye or your eye. Either way, I think it's a really cool piece of art, but I really don't think that it's that cool for the price that they're charging. I get the technology, but definitely cool if you're into that sort of thing. All right, and then we have the Hub and Photo Digital Gallery here. You can go right on here, and I guess you can find your pictures that have been taken, and you can buy them if you would like, and they get sent right to your phone. Everything is digital. There are no old times like hanging all the pictures on the wall, as obviously some of you still cruise some of the older ships, and they still do the older printouts of their pictures. But here it is all digital via the Hub and Photo and Digital Gallery. All right. And we will go all the way to the back, and then we'll make it to the other side, that right side here. But so I don't confuse you guys and take you in a big circle for no reason, I'm gonna go to the casino. Way in the back, deck number 7. And the casino tour will be its own tour, so I'm not going to take you around and show you each machine. You can look at the own separate casino tour for that, but I will walk around lightly here. It is a pretty big casino. One thing that I do want to note here, this little cage here. Sorry, it's not a cage, but this area here is going to be your smoking section of the casino. The rest of the casino is non-smoking. So if you are a smoker or you do need a smoke break, this is where you can go and secret. You don't even really need to be playing in order to smoke in there, but I didn't tell you that. All right, continue here. Definitely the AC is cranking in here, so I definitely appreciate that. Casino. All right, we have some table games back here. All right, we got some blackjack. Again, I don't know any of the table minimums, so I will definitely try to find that out for you guys in a future video, but they definitely have some table games here and lots of slots. And the bonus, they have a huge bar in the casino. Yes, they do, in the casino. Not outside, not on another deck. No, right here, and it's open just as late as the casino is, so, and your drink package obviously works there. All right, so outside of the casino, your cage is also right there towards the back. Your cash out kiosk machines, which are also bill breakers too. In case you guys didn't know that, that is a bill breaker. You just stick money in there and it will break the bill, and there's a little button there. There is also one on the adjacent side right over here. And there are some more slot machines to take us in to the back theater, the Panorama Lounge. Now I do want to mention one thing here outside of the Panorama Lounge. There are restrooms, so if you do need to go to the bathroom before the show, or if you do need to go to the bathroom while you are playing in the casino, this is going to be your restroom all the way towards the back of 7 and right outside the Panorama Lounge. So let's go on into the Panorama Lounge. Now, even though the other lounge was bigger, this to me is set up more for a musical performance. And once we get out and you can see the view, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. They do have a bar here, full bar, which is awesome. And as we come around, we can see this is where we saw Queen Symphonic. This is where we saw Sin Sonic. Okay, super cool. And we actually sat down there at those 5 seats right in the middle. And it is really a nice venue for musicals, for like that Symphonic, like I said, the Queen Symphonic, which is awesome in here. I know there were a few shows that I also missed in here, but let me tell you, this was set up for that. There was a backdrop here when we were seeing some of the shows, but obviously since we were in port today, you can see actually the wonderful Cozumel, or the wonderful ocean. Actually, you see a little bit of Cozumel back here, but also the ocean out here. But really take into note as I turn around, right, if I was a performer performing in front of you at this venue, you can see how this is really set up for that, right? They had dancers and singers on top of these things here looking at you. They would also come out and engage in the audience. We were here in those 5 seats, I think, for the 2 shows that we were, but I was sitting right here, and I mean, they came up and they were dancing like right here, and they used this entire floor and this entire stage to do their performances over there too, over there as well. So I really do like this this Panorama Lounge and this Panorama Theater. It's Panorama Lounge, but I really do like this Panorama Lounge and the setup of how it's structured for the shows that are in here. And the cast that did the shows were absolutely amazing too. So this is the Panorama Lounge all the way in the back of deck number 7. All right, so on the other side of deck number 7, which we didn't walk down when I was showing you, we start off with the MSC Foundation, which we all know what this is, but the MSC Foundation, MSC is doing some wonderful things for the environment. Okay, MSC Foundation. We also have your sushi bar and teppanyaki, which is where we were yesterday. The sushi bar and teppanyaki called Keito. Keito. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And this back here is a look at the teppanyaki setup. This is where we were yesterday with Mr. Allen. So thank you, Mr. Allen. Little shout out to you. Bam. That was a really cool experience. But you can also see here if you just want some grab and go sushi, which is also really good. I've seen this pretty packed almost every night, at least at one point or another. Alrighty. And right outside the sushi bar, we have our dinner tonight. Another specialty restaurant here, Butcher's Cut, which is going to be their steakhouse and their cocktails. And also to mention, the teppanyaki is not included. That is also a specialty restaurant. Butcher's Cut is also a specialty restaurant, the steakhouse, and obviously some cocktails here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go in here. All right, maybe we will be. Show you a little bit of the steakhouse. Hopefully nobody's in here. Oh, wow, looks pretty cool. Like it. All right, so not overly big, but they do have a big open kitchen where they, I guess, prepare the steaks and some of the sides and stuff like that. We'll get a better look at that tonight when we come in, but this is Butcher's Cut, the steakhouse on deck number 7, the specialty restaurant on deck number 7 for steak and cocktails. I know, I was pushing on the wrong door, guys, I know. All right, I have some beef on the wall for you, Miss Cheryl, some beef on the wall. All right. Walking through the little modern tunnel, as I call it. It doesn't have a name, but I just named it. It's the modern tunnel. Alrighty. And this is the Time Valet, which is their watch shop here on World America, deck number 7. They have many different watches. They have a Cartier Time Valet on display here. Oh, they have a whole Cartier section over there. So if you want to watch, you know where to get one. And somehow, magically, we are back at the World Theater. And you can see tonight, comedy show, World Theater, 7:30 to 8:30. And I believe we are already scheduled for that. So let's jump on up to deck number 8. All right, now on deck number 8, the Miami deck, we have the World Promenade, the Lanai, the MSC Excursions, Fine Jewelry, Elixir Mixology Bar, Italy, the Fizz Champagne Bar, the Comedy Loft and Live Music, the Gin Project, Les Dunes Restaurant, Zest Juice Bar, and the MSC Spa. So let's turn around here. We are all the way in the front of the ship. And we will start off with the spa. I believe you will be able to see a short tour of the spa on the very first day. I'm not going to go on in there, but if you want any spa treatments or a massage, the MSC Spa is all the way on deck number 8, all the way in the front. Okay, so let's move on out here to the Zest Juice Bar right outside of the spa, conveniently. So if you want any of your fresh squeezed juices, the Zest juice bar right here is where you're going to want to go. You have all your fresh juices all pressed and squeezed for you. Right, and then we'll go into the gin project. So for all of my gin lovers, this is going to be your spot, the gin project. And ironically, I know we were just down there on deck number 7, but guess what that is, guys? That is Masters Brewery, which we were just on. You take this little windy staircase up if you're down there, and you are now at the gin project. So this is all about gin. You can see they have all their different types of gin here. They have their own specialty menu with just gin cocktails. This is also pretty cool. Let's see if this works. Oh yeah, shake it, baby, shake it. And there are many seats here in the gin project, which is really nice. And towards the back you will see, it is covered right now, but it is a full pool table, which is working, and they definitely let you use it. I saw many people playing pool here. I actually might come and play pool before we leave. All right, now I do want to show you, this is important. Outside of the gin project, if we were to take in the hallway and walked and not have gone into the gin project and just walked down this way, you would have come into this little kind of hidey hole, and you would have walked into a wall because you can't go any further. You have to go this way in order to cut through deck number 8. Okay, but also pretty cool here on the wall. You can see their beers here, the Oceanic Brew. Also decorated very nice here. And we go into this little hidey hallway, I guess you can say, but the only way to get through deck number 8. Right. You can see some listings for the loft, which you will see shortly here. So pretty cool. Right, so see, boop, this pops us out here. See, this is where we are, deck number 8. So we're making our way down to the back. And we got the loft, which is the comedy and live music. Also, the dueling pianos are in here too as well. They have a full bar back here. And as I turn around, this is where your dueling pianos are on this stage here, along with the comedy, and also some live music too as well. Lots of seats in here, but with how packed it does get, I do have to say that it does get kind of stuffy and kind of hot in here. Maybe not towards the front, but I was definitely in the back and I was feeling the heat. I did not stay for the entire show because of how hot it was in the back. So I guess if you are one of those that run a little hotter, try to get seats up here in the front, because I feel the AC absolutely blasting up in the front, and maybe not so much in the back. Also kind of where the doors are open to as well. So this is the loft. Dueling piano, comedy, and live music. All right, as we continue, right, over to the Fizz Champagne Bar for all my champagne lovers. I do not think they're open. No, they are not open yet. But again, lots of seating. To me, not really anything special as far as champagne. If you are a champagne drinker, all well and good, but you can definitely get your champagne fix in here. They have a lot of different seatings here. It is a very quiet area. I believe I went live from here the other day when they weren't playing music in here, and a lot of times when they're not open, it's a very quiet place. I see people like sitting in the back sometimes to just have some quiet time. So I do like the Fizz Bar, but not for the champagne. I'm not a champagne drinker, so. All right, right outside of the Fizz and Champagne Bar, once you get a little drunk, you can buy some fine jewelry. Did they do that on purpose? Yes, they probably did. So you can buy some fine jewelry. They are not open right now, but let me show you the finest of them all, the Ruby collection. I don't know if that's the finest of them all, but all right, so let's go on. You want to know what? Before we go on out there, I don't want to confuse you guys. Let's continue down to where I didn't show you, and we'll make a complete loop on this deck, on deck number 8 here. Okay, so you do have that MSC Excursions desk, especially just for all of those excursions that you want to book if you don't want to do it on one of those little self kiosks. Side of that MSC Excursions desk, we have Elixir Mixed Ecology Bar. So much like the Alchemy Bar on Carnival, this is MSC's version, the Elixir Bar. We have been in here multiple times, I think at least once a day. Lots of seating areas here. Lots of seating areas at the bar. On over here, I also found that specialty duck that gave us 50% off in a specialty restaurant in here, which was super cool. And I also think something to note, which I learned from Richard, if you come on in here between 6:30 and I think 8:30 or 7:30, but 6:30, if you come in here and you buy one drink that is valued over $20, it actually comes with a free charcuterie plate. So those who like the prosciutto and the salami and the cheese, well, you get that free with a $20 beverage purchase. Even if you have the drink package, you can say that you want to pay full price so you can get that charcuterie board. Alrighty. And to complete the circle here, we have Italy, which is where we were for our very first specialty dining. I'll pause here for a minute so maybe you can see the menu. I did share the menu in the full review in the vlog that we were when we were eating here. Excuse me. Italy. Let's see if they'll let us go in. But Italy. Rather large, lots of seating areas. All right, big open kitchen too as well. We sat back towards on over there, but a lot of seating here in Italy, the Italian specialty restaurant on MSC World America. And oh my Lord, it is absolutely beautiful. I love, let me see if I took a picture of it yesterday, but one of my favorite sayings is this one right here. Life is too short not to eat and drink well. That's right. Life is too short. All right, so that is Italy on deck number 8, the Italian specialty restaurant. All right, so now outside of the World Galleria, all the way in the aft of the ship, we have the World Promenade. Now, I'm sure you have seen this all over social media because it is definitely one of the nicest places on the ship. And if you are a Royal Caribbean cruiser, well, you might say, hey, this looks like the icon of the seas. And their promenade, well, they might have done that by design. So out here, let's see, we have some luxury accessories for your gift shops. And you have that Greek specialty restaurant Paxos, which I will be trying at some point as well. I'll show you you can actually sit down there and you can actually book your specialty restaurant to sit inside if you would like. But the other cool part to note about Paxos is if you do not want to do that, they are open at this little grab and go. Not right now, but they are open multiple times when we are at sea and even when we were at port too as well. It looks like they are starting to maybe open up, but you see they have the specialties here, this little window. You have souvlaki for $8, the dish that I can't say under that for $10, the fried feta rolls, and also the other dish that I can't say under that, which are zucchini fritters. So those are the specials of the day, excuse me, and they call it Paxos on the go. And you can see they're starting to get ready for Paxos on the go. This window will open and they will be able to take your order. And the other cool part too if you would like. There are some seating areas out here, but they also have the Paxos Terrace, which you can go up there and you can eat up there, your Greek food up there and kind of overlook, which is really, really cool. All right. Outside of Paxos, we have these 2 elevators right across from each other. We have one here and we have one here. But the thing that I do want to note on these elevators is they were actually made to bring those right there from the dry slide, the little slide potato sacky things. They're actually made to take that whole canister of them on here and shoot it all the way back up to 20. However, this is also a guest elevator, but the only decks that it goes to is 8, 18, 19, and 20. So if you're trying to get to some other deck, you're not going to do it. You have to go up to 8, which is what we're on now, 18, 19, or 20. All right. And we have our promenade bites here. This is open when we are at sea with some free popcorn, some free cotton candy, and some free other sweet treats as well. Now, if you are a cherry on top lover on Carnival, well, Sweet Temptations is going to blow you out of the water. Sweet Temptations is their sweet shop here on MSC. You can see their hours of operation, Sweet Temptations. Now, I don't really get tempted by sweets, but for you who do, you can build your own if you would like. You can build your own milkshakes. They have some sweet stuffed animals for buying pleasure. We have some crepes and waffles. Oh, I meant crepes and waffles. Sorry, crepes and waffles. We have a whole bunch of seating areas back here with some windows. We have a lot of seating areas here as well, and a little outside section, which I guess, what is that called? The candy zone? What does that say? Let's see. We'll go back in. What does it say? I've never been out here. Oh, it's called the play zone. Okay, didn't even know that. The play zone. Also don't know where this leads. Let's go this way. Oh, it leads on the outside of the candy shop, but I did not get to show you the other part of the candy shop. So let's go on back here. You press that little to open. We have some more sweet treats. Looks like some frozen yogurt. Yep, some frozen yogurt, some froyo for all my froyo fans. We also have some takeaway ice cream. Some takeaway ice cream or takeaway shakes too as well, which are pretty cool. And this is Sweet Temptations for all my sweet treaters on deck number 8. All right, going out of sweet treats for all of my sweet treaters that don't like treats like myself, but love the views. Well, if you love the views and you might also enjoy a cigarette, the lanai is for you. All right, we have the lanai back here. Oh my Lord. And I am going to turn around. We have some wet paint, so I am not going to touch the wet paint. But whoa, you want to talk about views, baby? There it is. There it is. We got a little boat going on down there. That's pretty cool. We are in Cozumel, Mexico today too as well. So watch this as I turn around. Now, I don't know about you, but I have never seen an aft like this. And yeah, sure, if you cruise Royal, you might have seen an aft like this, but man, she is a pretty aft, let me tell you. All right, now let's go into the sports bar, AKA Shot O'Clock, All Stars Sports Bar. Go on this way. I don't think I'm gonna be getting Shot O'Clock right now, but I will show you guys in here. Good time, game time for the sports bar. Oh yeah. All right, in the sports bar here, You do have some pour your own taps here, so if you do like to pour your own beers, there are a few different selections here that you can pour your own beer. Shot o'clock usually happens somewhere over there, but we're not going to do shot o'clock just yet. I'll show you guys around. Have a big open kitchen here. Right around the back side. Actually, I've never been to the back side here. Let's see. Oh, they have some darts too as well. Pretty cool. See how much darts would be if I wanted to play darts. Oh, I'll put it in the vlog, I don't know. But there is an option for darts. It is paid for too as well, so it is not free, but if you would like to play darts, you can. Let's go on out here. Didn't even know this existed. Outside sports bar. Looks like some shuffleboard. Supercharged shuffle. Oh, feeling pucky. Guess you also have to pay for this too, I think. Yep, start game. Well, maybe you don't. Let's see. Oh, you have to get a pin to unlock, so I'm sure you got to pay for this. I'm not exactly sure, but all right, let's go on back inside. I'll show you the rest of the sports bar. Shot o'clock right here, and some more seating areas on up here. So this is the Sports Bar All-Star Sports Bar on deck number 8 on the World Promenade. All right, and then we have the feature here in the middle of the World Promenade, the 11-story dry slide. This is the bottom. Once we get all the way up to deck number 20, I will show you where you start, but this is where you come on out. And as I was alluding to before, that is why those elevators were there, just so that jaw drop and the workers here have some place to get those potato sacks all the way up, because they're not going to walk them all the way in to walk them all the way up. So they had to make a special elevator just for that. All right, walking now onto the left side of the World Promenade, back inside because I am starting to melt. We have the Omega Shop. They have World of Jewels. And we have the way that I start my day every day on MSC here in the Coffee Emporium. Now, yes, I still am bringing my own coffee. Unfortunately, MSC's coffee was not up to my standards. I am a absolute coffee snob, so that is totally 110% okay. But let me take you through the Coffee Emporium real quickly. They do design it to make it feel like a high-end coffee shop, but all their beans come from here. Even the specialty ones. But you didn't hear that from me. Alright, you can also get some pastries and some other sweet treats and some macaroons and some fudge and things like that. Yeah, that's a chocolate chunk with assorted nuts. I know, a bunch of assorted nuts. A full-on coffee bar here. I think I shared this on day number 1, but this is also pretty cool. If you're a coffee aficionado too as well, you can come back here and smell the different notes. You have your floral notes, your nutty notes, your herbal notes, your fruity notes, and your spicy notes, your sensory experience. And they kind of do smell a little bit too. I did it the first day. All right, outside of the Coffee Emporium now, and let's go on back inside. We'll give you one more look at this as I turn the World Promenade on deck number 8. All right, so that concludes deck number 8. And now the important thing to note, 9 through 16 are all going to be staterooms. So I am going to take the smart elevators and show you guys all the way up to deck number 18, and then we are going to continue the tour from there. Okay, so let's press the number that we need to go to. And this is a good time to show you the smart elevators because there's not too many people around. Let's go on up to 18. You press 18. It shows you E, B, C, D, E, up. See how quickly that closed? Let's do it again. Now it gives me another one. I. Boom. So they do go kind of quick, honestly, if you're not paying attention. So I up to 18, and you can see the accepted calls, deck number 18. So let's go on up to 18, 18 and 20. Somebody else just got on the elevator. So I'll see you guys up deck number 18. All right, deck number 18, the Buenos Aires deck. And as much as I hate those smart elevators, if you kind of get the gist of them, they're not bad. But I think the other people that also don't know how to use them, I think that kind of bogs it down a little bit too. So deck number 18, this is where we are here. I'll take you towards the back first, since that is kind of where we are. And on number 18, we have the Il Mercado Buffet, the Zen Pool, the Zen Bar, the Mar Azul Pool Bar, the La Boca Grill, La Perella Bar, the Botanical Garden Pool, and the MSC Yacht Club Suite. So we might not be able to get in there, but let's start off with the Il Mercado Buffet, which is now open, I believe, for lunch at this moment, I think. Yes, nope, it might be, it's still open actually, still open. Forgot what time it was for a second. Let's take you around. Number 18. Now there are multiple buffets on this ship here as well. 18 and 19. You can see they're actually starting to close up a little bit here. But this is that area. So there you go. That area is open. Lots of buffets too. Lots of buffets. All right. Got twisted and turned around there for a second. But we have a bar here on deck number 18. I'm not going to show you what is to eat because I'm not going to shove the cameras down on the food while people are trying to eat. But sorry. But you do have a buffet here on this side. It does get pretty busy around lunchtime. This is actually not as busy because we are in port. We're here in Cozumel. So go on back. I'll come up here and try to do its own separate vlog and show you guys exactly what's up here. But again, I'm not going to shove the camera in the food. We're just going to walk along. 18, we are making our way now to the front of the ship. Deck number 18. We're going to go back outside again, which means I am going to melt, but that is quite okay. All right, deck number 18. Pool area. This might also be dubbed over depending on the music and depending on how they hit me, but out on deck number 18, we got some grab and go bites here. So you got hot dogs, you got chicken burgers, you got chicken tenders. You also have some sweets here as well. All grab and go. You serve yourself, and you can sit honestly wherever you want to. Another spot here for pizza. I believe I said that there were about 4 places for pizza. La Boca here on deck number 18 is one of those. Man, I will show you that. That is looks absolutely delicious. I already know the pizza's delicious. I've already tried it. On the other side here, we have La Perla Bar, which also has some of that gelato too as well. I do not believe it is the same gelato from downstairs. I think it is a different gelato, but you also have some frozen mixy drinks back there. And yes, they are alcoholic. This is a full bar with all alcohol, no alcohol, under 21. Out in the El Mercado Bar. All right. Let's continue. This is one of the main pools here on deck number 18. In specific, we are working our way to what they call the botanical pool. And no, that is not this pool here. We are working our way back here. It's one of the main decks. Again, I might have to do a voiceover because of the music, but let's pop on in. Oh, here we go, hold on. Let's go on in this way. So that main pool that we were just at is called the Mar Azul pool. And I totally forgot my sunglasses, so I'm getting blasted in the face right now by sun. All right, so let's go on in here. This is the Botanical Gardens pool. Okay, we have some whirlpools in here. We also have a full pool. We have many places to sit. Second level, which will take you up once we get up to 19. But this, you have your whole full pool in here. It does get a little stuffy in here. There is no air conditioning. I am absolutely sweating my gazungas off. But there are whirlpools here, which are not super warm. They're just meant to be whirlpools. And we'll take it along the side here. Again, I am absolutely drenched, so we gotta get back out of here and we gotta get into AC. But this is the Botanical Gardens pool on deck number 18. Let's get back inside. Whew. Okay. So yes, the Botanical Garden pool. I guess we could have come in this way, but that would have been worse, I guess. So all right, 18. We showed you the El Mercado buffet, we showed you the Zen bar, the Zen pool, the Mar Azul pool, La Boca Grill, which was that grab and go, the La Perla bar, the Botanical Gardens pool, which we just came out of, and now the MSC Yacht Club Suites. I don't think we are going to be able to get in here. Obviously, this is MSC Yacht Club, members only. I might be able to get No Pants to sneak me in here. He does have some connections, so maybe at a further time down the road before we get off the ship, I will be able to go into the yacht club there with you guys. So let's continue. We might be walking up to deck number 19. I think we are going to be walking up to deck number 19. Again, this is the other side of that MSC Yacht Club, and we cannot get in there. So let's go on up. Deck number 19. Let's see what we got here. All right. Deck number 19, the New York deck. We are there, okay? And on deck number 19, we have the MSC Yacht Club Concierge, the Top Sail Lounge, the Botanical Gardens Bar, Dormyland, Hall of Games, the Formula One Racer, and the La Brazier Buffet. So that is on deck number 19. We also have some more MSC Yacht Club suites here. Let's work around. That is the MSC Club Concierge, which if you are an MSC Yacht Club member, you would go on in here and you get your special treatment. Maybe one day, MSC, maybe one day. All right. We are gonna have to go back out that botanical pool, but on the different level. So the Botanical Gardens pool, this is deck number 19. Ooh, those were automatic, that was kind of cool. Right. I also do have a Botanical Gardens bar up here as well, serving full alcohol. They also have a coffee machine here too as well, and some frozen drinks, which is always good to note. Up here is more of the lounging and the hanging out area. We do have some foosball tables. I believe this is just a big whirlpool. We have the outlook of Cozumel, which is where we are today. We have some ping pong players there playing some ping pong. So all free, all included. You don't have to pay. They're all sitting here, the balls and the rackets and the stuff like that. So It is not paid. It's all just play for free and have some fun. All right, back outside here, melting again for you guys and for the vlog. Whew. All right, deck number 19. Back out to that Mar Azul pool. And of course they have to be playing some copyrighted music, so gotta love that. Let's run as fast as we possibly can. And let's go on in. That's all right, this might become a voiceover anyway, depending on the edit, when the edit comes through for this whole ship tour. But all right, we are on deck number 19. Let's see what else we can find here and how we can get inside, really, quite frankly, because, whew. All right, hold on. Let me just take a second and show you how beautiful. How beautiful. Okay, there we go. Whew. I think we have to go up, I believe, in order to go in, but let's try the other side and see if that is true, because I do want to stay on deck number 19 right now. That is not a door, so I believe you do have to go up to go down, so let's go on up. Let's hope I don't confuse everybody, but let's go on up. And so yes, that's actually true. You do have to go up to go back down, so let's go back on down to deck number 19, because we didn't finish deck number 19 yet. Let's see what else there is. Alrighty. Alright, so deck number 19. We do have the Babies Club here. If you are traveling with children under the age of 3, this is where you will take them, to the Babies Club. Alright, let's see what is on the other side here. And then we have the Mini Club, which is 3 to 6. And we have the Junior Club, which is 7 to 11. Alright. Kind of up to the arcade and the game room. And the Formula One racing, which I definitely want to do today. I get one of those free for being a member. So let's walk in here. Not too many people playing in the arcade, but you did see a mini arcade down on deck number 7 on the outside of Pizza and Burgers. But this is the bigger arcade up on deck number 19. All right, outside here, it's called Hall of Games. That's the arcade Hall of Games. Also, out of the arcade and to the right is going to be your Teens Club. So if you're traveling with some teens, that is where they are going to go for their Teens Club. And on the other side of the Hall of Games, we have the Formula One Racer. I don't think it's open quite yet. I think it opens up at 3. Oh, it's actually 3:05. But the Formula One Racer, when I am not sweating, I'm going to come back here. This is the Formula One Racer back here. It's pretty cool. You have a bunch of screens. I wouldn't say it's virtual reality, but it's kind of like a Cruising USA on steroids. Sort of, kind of, ish. But that will be its own vlog. I'll come back here. I have one included because I'm Diamond, so this is part of the Fun Pass. Let me see if they have the price. Oh, they do have the price here. Let's see. So amusement park price list. We got some of the prices here. Shuffleboard, the Formula One racing. Ah, there we go. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. $12 per person if you are not gold or higher. I only get one time around, so if I wanted to go again, I think I would get a 50% discount, and if I went again, I would have to pay full price at that $12. So, and here are the hours of operation. They obviously will change depending on your sailing and depending on if you're on a port day or a sea day. But this is the Formula One racing on deck number 19. the yellow Lego back there, but that is where the Lego room would be. So if you do have children and they do love Legos, you can drop them off to play in the Lego room. So there you go. All right, let's go on to deck number 20 and finish this bad boy. What do you say? Let's do it. All right. Here we go. Here we go. All right, deck number 20, the Ocean K MSC Marine Reserve decks. You have the MSC Sportsplex, the Box Bar, the Lego Family Zone, the Harbor Aqua Park the Jaw Drop, that 11-story dry slide, the Cliffhanger, the MSC Gym, the Top 20 Solarium, and the MSC Yacht Club. I might not be able to get into the two of those other, the exclusive Solarium and the Yacht Club, because we are not Yacht Club members on this cruise. So let's go on over and turn right around, and I will take you into the MSC Gym. The gym time is from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. For privacy reasons, I'm just going to do a little quick scan in here. There are a lot of machines, all powered by Techno Gym, so you guys might know that by your popular gym or wherever you work out at home. But yes, very big gym with everything that you could possibly need, including a view while you work out too. So I think that is one important thing to note if you are a gym goer. All right, on the other side of the gym here, a place that I've grown fond of. We did the bumper cars in here yesterday. Also, I guess, sort of a second kids hangout. I don't know where the rest of the kids can go other than the Sportsplex, but it is the Sportsplex. There are various different activities in here throughout the day, from rollerblading to bumper cars to drone flying to basketball. There is also a bar in here, but very limited hours. I think it's only open like 2 hours a day. You do sign up here. You do have to get that waiver, like I said yesterday, and get the blue wristband on in order to participate in any of the activities, especially bumper cars. But right here, I believe they are playing, what are they playing? Oh, they're playing soccer in here. Football, I'm sorry, football. But they are playing football in here. Hey! Blue team with the red jersey. I love that. All right. Oh, I think I might have found a way into the Lego Family Zone. I don't know if I'm allowed to go up there, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because I really wanted to show you that Lego room. And she told me that I had to have a kid in order to do it. So that might be a different Lego room, but this might be the Lego room that everybody's allowed to go to. So, inside the Sportsplex here. Oh yeah, I'm not going to, but you can go down here and you can build some Legos and things like that along the wall. So that's pretty cool. I like that. All right. The Lego family area. I do like Legos. I enjoyed Legos as a kid. I really did. All right, here we go. We're gonna finish this bad boy up, and I am gonna get ready to sweat outside of the MSC Sportsplex. Oh, we have more copyrighted music. Gotta love it. All right, we have the Harborside Bites. We got ice cream. Oh, Lord. We got some food. We got some beverages. Oh, Harbor Bar and Bites. I'll show you the menu here. You got some cold food. You got some hot food. You got their cocktail of the day, which is an old-fashioned there, just for you, Jimmy. And then we got some sweets. So you can get that. You stand right on here, right on the line. You order it, and then you can sit out here and you can melt and you can eat it. All right. I somehow also feel like this is going to be a voiceover too as well. We have the cliffhanger here. Let's see if I can get this right. Cliffhanger. I have yet to do this. I definitely will do this before I leave. But it is obviously definitely popular today, since it is a lot sunnier today than it was yesterday. It was raining yesterday. And if you do want to do any of these activities, this will be on deck number 20. You have your wet experiences and your dry experiences. Some are free, some are paid for. So definitely good to note if you are interested in doing either the wet and dry experiences. I have done the jaw drop slide, and that's actually the only thing on these experiences that I've done so far. So this is deck number 20. Actually, let me show you around this way here. On the other side of the kiosk, okay, is where you would go for the jaw drop. You do have to go to that kiosk and make sure that you do sign that waiver and get that blue wristband like I showed you guys yesterday. Otherwise, they will not let you ride. But on the other side, I'm gonna see a little line here, not too bad. But this is the jaw drop, that 11-story dry slide. It is up on deck number 20. It brings you all the way down to deck number 8. And I guess the most fun thing is that you can scream all the way down and everybody can hear you from deck number 20 to about deck number 9 or so, until you come out of the bottom right by the sports bar. All right, so that is there. And we're gonna go on the other side. This is the adventure course here too as well. With the sun blaring, I don't think I will be participating, but it definitely does look like fun, especially if you are an agile adult or even an agile kid. This definitely looks like fun, but not for me. I have work in 4 days, so I can't twist an ankle or a leg. But this is the kiosk here. Like I alluded to, you do have to come up and you do have to get your waiver signed before you get to do any of these experiences. This is that little lighthouse. It's kind of like a climb and go or a climb and jungle gym. You can make it all the way up to the top. If any of you have children that did this, let me know how it is. But that definitely looks like too small for Captain Controversy, especially that little hidey hole over there. All right, I haven't gone to this side, so let's see what's over here. We do have, I believe the VR slides and also the wet slides too as well. Yes, it is the wet slides guide here. Not exactly sure where you get, oh, there we go. This is where you got a single and a double, and I guess you walk all the way up here. Oh yeah, that's exactly what you do. You walk all the way up here. We got some measurements. Let's see if I can. This up at the top. Can you see that? Try to get it to recenter, but up at the top it tells you in seconds. You can race each other down the slides if you would like to. You go up there that way. One of them is the VR slide, one of them is the racing slide. I'm not actually sure the difference in between the two, but I don't want to make it too dizzy. But let's go on back this way. We're gonna flip it back towards me so people know that I'm recording me. Obviously people have their bathing suits on, so I want to be respectful of that. But this is your wet slide area. It's all wet over here. All right. A little flip, do a little flip. And then we are pretty much in the back of the ship again, right back to these elevators that I told you were originally created. Well, they are created to help that gentleman get his slide potato sacky things all the way up. So they take them all the way from 8, they drive them up to 20, and then they give them to that man, and then they bring them all the way back down empty. So what I am going to do is we are going to press this little wonderful elevator here, and there is actually something that I forgot to show you on deck number 18. So let's go on down to deck number 18 and finish this bad boy. All right, deck number 18, all the way in the back. The easiest way is to use one of these elevators up here, but this is the Zen bar area. Also, the second smoking area, or not second, there's a couple smoking areas here on the ship, but this is the Zen pool and bar area. It is for your smokers, it is for your drinkers, and hey, look who I found. At the conclusion of the ship tour, you guys get a little bonus. Mr. Booze and Sweaty Scott, who has been walking around this ship for 2.5 hours for you guys. I am drenched. It looks like I took a shower, but I promise you I didn't. I am just sweating my ass off. And I think it's time for a drink. What do you think?
I think it is.
Not shot o'clock. It's not shot o'clock yet, but I think it's time for a drink. It's also time for me to go take a shower, and it's time for this ship tour to end. So this is MSC World America, deck by deck. And I hope you enjoyed. So we'll see you guys on the other side. And if you guys decide to go on World America, drop me a comment, let me know. And if you guys are booked on World America, let's start a conversation. Mr. Booze, have you loved it so far?
Oh, I'm going again and again and again
and again and again and again and again and again.
Get your popcorn and butter tea and diet coke, less calories and take your seat. Silent